Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to BEIN News Updates, bringing you news that made headlines during the week. Broadcasting from Benab House, Atomic Junction, Medina. My name is Khadija Kubra Keilani. To our first story. Ghanaians have celebrated the 113th birthday of Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah last Wednesday. The day, which is observed as a statutory holiday, was marked as Founders' Day in the past, in memory of the man who led the country to independence, the first in the sub-region.
The Minister of Interior, Ambrose Derry, declared the holiday to commemorate the memorial of Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. A statement issued by the ministry on Monday, 19 September 2022, urged all residents in the country to observe the day as such across the whole country. The day is to be observed as such in all parts of the country, Mr. Derry said in his statement. The holiday marks the birthday of Dr. Nkrumah. Dr. Nkrumah was a political revolutionist, a politician, and a theorist until the passing of the Public Holiday Amendment Bill into law in March 2019. The holiday was known as Founders' Day.
Sanda Kwame Nkrumah shine farko shugaban kasa Ghana ke samu mana independence da muka samu ciki 1957, 6 March 1957. Haka ne, kuma a haife shi 21st September 1909 da muka san da shi. Abin da ya magana shi ya yawa kwarai da damu da shi har yanzu ma muna amfani da shi. Shi ne su a Kusumbu ya yi muna free education, ya yi muna abin ga Kwalibu Hospital ga da ababa da yawa da shi Kwame Nkrumah ya yi muna a kasan Ghana, kuma ana amfani da shi, kuma ya unite Africa. Ha kai wani manzali she kuma ga maka shi na mu aure junanmu, Africans mu aure junanmu in so mu zama mutane guda. Shi ne farko shi yayi menene, she je aure daga Egypt, Fatiya wanda umman mu kenan wanda ayi ma yanzu ba zaman babu, ya gwada mun haka ne. Kuma ya neme me, shi ne yace ga mu zaman guda shi ne ya taimake su Gini da Mali, har muna da wani waka ake ce Ghana Gini Mali, don da taimako Kwame Nkrumah ya ba su suka taimaka. Shi kuma ya kai wani manzili, shi kuma isa peacemaker, shi ne me lokacin da akwai fada daga Hanoi, Nkrumah aka invite Nkrumah ya je duba mutane ya settle wannan confusion. Shi bayan shi ne aka yi mai juyin mulki, amma saboda soyayyen su yan Gini suka ture abokin shi sai suka ture yake kan Nkrumah ba komi, idan abin da ya faru maka ba komi, amma ka zo ka sana Gini. Shi sa Gini Nkrumah ya je rayu, ya kai manzuri har a suka campon ya zo ya kawo mulki, amma in neme da kan Nkrumah ya zo amma bai samu lafiya sai mai da lokacin dan shi Francis Nkrumah yana Kwalibu. Shi campo ya aika ya je duba lafiyan baba, ya ce baban ba lafiya, lokacin siyasa aka jefa mishi wasu abin gannan, shi zama ya samu skin cancer. Shaka kai shi Romania, Bucharest, wurin aka kai shi jinya ete, to wurin ne Allah ya cika.
Kurma dai mun tashi muna yara, mun san shi kaɗan, mun san shi ya yi abin kirki gaskiya. Ya yi na kirki har yanzu kuma ana yabon shi ya kai yonga har aka tuna da shi yau aka yi holiday ga saboda shi Allah ya sa cikin kabarin shi ya ga hasken yonga da muka zo yau laraban ga Allah ya sa kowa kuma ya fi haka. Kwame Nkrumah dai masha Allah yayi yanda ake so a yayi har yanzu ana yabon shi gaskiya. Kwame Nkrumah dai lokacin da duniya akwai daɗi, ana samun kuɗi, kwanciyar hankali, ya ce kuma Ghana freedom, kuma gashi na muna ganin Ghana freedom ya faɗi, wallahi ya faɗi, ya ce Ghana inda kwakulante.
Kwame Nkrumah dai abin da na sani game da shi ne suna da yawa, amma wanda yake ya fi mafi muhimmanci daga ciki shine ina tuni lokacin da aka ba Kwame Nkrumah head of government business da muka fara yin progress game da Independence Day a wajajen 1954, that was ya zama an appointin shi, turawa sun appointin shi zama shine head of government business. Ina ji da aka ba shi wannan appointment farko inda ya zo shine wannan gari Zango inda kuke yanzu. Ya zo ya tattara kan musulmai gaba daya na cikin Ankara, mana na zangonnai. Ya ce musu ga irin progress da muka yi, yau an nominate na zama ni ne head of government business. Bisa haka wannan yana nuna muna wata rana za mu samu independence. Amma ku musulmai a matsayin ku 'yan Zango me kuke bukatar na yi muku? Ton na je a wannan lokacin sarkin Zangon wannan lokacin da sauran manyan sarakuna da mana attajirai da opinion leaders na wannan lokacin shi suka ce ba mu son komai sai dai a sa mana Islamic education cikin system din Islamic in Ghana. Ton na ji bisa wannan ne she yayi muna farkon Islamic school a cikin wannan karkaran. Ina ji muna da Muslim school a wannan karkara wajajen Tankasla, muna kira wurin Sabon Zango Estate, ya gina muna wannan. So wannan achievement ne.
Kwamin kurma dai abin shi dai da na sani wallahi ya cire mu cikin bayi, ya yi muna abubuwa da yawa masu kyau. Kinga shi ya karɓi muna independence. Shi yasa kwamin kurma dai mutum ne sosai. Ya wani bin na to kamar yadda ya yi motowen nan. Abubuwa da yawa kwamin kurma ya muna, wallahi duka na tuna ina jin daɗi. Wallahi ina jin daɗin shi sosai. Wallahi yau da kwamin kuma na ran shi na ɓace. Wallahi ya yi kamar ya karɓi ma mulkin ya koma ya zauna kai. Don abin da ke tafiyan ga wallahi ba laifin kwamin kuma bai so kura wallahi.
Ni na zo garin ga ni 1957 ni na zo garin a lokacin kurma na kasar waje. Ta ji ko? Ina kasar waje. Kuma da ya zo sannan ya zo ya inform system mutanen da su da suna magana. Kaji ko lokacin kuma da ya hau sarauta kuma kowane lokaci ana zo a tsara hanya kowa na jira shi ya zo yana wuce ranar ba aiki ko kana cikin store ka zo ka sai bakin unkurman da ya tayar barka ya zo abin don su kurma ya yi komai.
Kwami kurma wala shi ka muna independence komi muka samu free wala kwami kullum muna tunawa ya komi araha komi ya kawo muna komi sauki mun ga komi clear dun ba mu da wayo har muka yi wayo mun ga komi na don yanzu komi ya tight lokacin da mu maka ma araha yanzu ga mu zaune wallahi yanzu ga mu zaune ga mu da yara ga yara komi ya karfi ba kudi in ka siye ne yau gobe ka je an kara yau an kara gobe an kara kwami kurma dai ba mu samun kaman shi kwami kurma dai Allah kara mai nauyin kasa amma ba mu samun irin shi.
Kwami kurma mun ji labarin shi don mu yara ne iyayenmu sun ba mu labari game da shi da wai da ya so a yi unite Africa gaba daya Allah dai bai so ba ya yi haka nan ba ha Allah ya doki ran shi mun samu labari kuma ya je kamar Gini Bisa ne Allah ya doki ran shi wurin a foreign days ne muka samu dead body shi to Ghana wannan mun samu wannan history about him. Abin da zamu tuna da Kwame Nkrumah shine ya muna sovereignty, ya muna habo, ya muna Kusumbo dam, ya muna mutu ya yi still na tashi na iske mutu ya yi ina hawa bisa kai kuma ina enjoying lighting da ya provide ya ba garin sannan habo kuma ina shift kaya muna sawa through shi muka develop da habo.
Kwame Nkrumah dai ya yi wani fa ya yi magana abubuwa da yawa don independence duka shi ya kawo haka ne mun tashi mun iske muna na jawo Kwame ko lokacin mulkin shi da yana da fine batun Kwame Nkrumah da yana da ban sha'awa yau inda ce shi ke gane ga dama mu ji dadi ba yau da ba walan da muke saboda Allah wani wala ne ba mu yi ba abinci da kunu first an ce da kunu 50 pesos an ce yesa da yanzu da kunu 5 cd ma bai isan ka ba kifin 3 cd gwamnati ya kamata ya shiga gari ya je duba abin da ke tafiya wo
ana ya bata mu da gari kura ya ba gari ba dadi yanzu ka rika kudi baka cin ka koshi gaskiya da ka rika 5 cedi ka sai ya saura yanzu ka rika 5 cedi baka pure water ma wai 50 pesos yanzu sai yanzu ya ba nana ya bata mu na gari gaskiya fa da nana da na kwamin kuma na da baraka gana muna nan mun fi ma turai kudi amma saboda nana ya bata mu na gari sai ba mu da kudi ma
kwamin kuma dai gaskiya mu dai lokacin shi ne mun ji daɗi domin lokacin shi akwai kwanciyar hankali ba damuwa ba fada ba tashin hankali ba fada ba tashin hankali hankali na kwance mun ji daɗi komi freedom ne ba wani damuwa wallahi mun lokacin su ya kacin mu dai magana na da suke nan mun ji daɗin zama a lokacin.
The police have arrested the key suspects in the Wa murder case. A man believed to be the main suspect in the killing case at Wa in the Upper West region was apprehended on Monday, September 19, 2022 at Bamaho, a suburb of Wa.
Suspect Kankani Adongo was arrested on the 19th September 2022 at Bamaho, a suburb in the Wa, after extensive collaboration with the police and community search parties. The police announced the suspect is in custody and will be arraigned before the court to face justice. The police earlier assured that they will continue to maintain law, order and security in the Wa municipality and surrounding communities. A statement issued by the police said the Special Purpose Police Intelligence and Investigation teams working with members of the community on the 18th September 2022 discovered a body in a shallow grave at Bamaha, in a suburb of Wa. The body was later identified by family members of the deceased as Seidu Baga, who was reported missing on the 16th September 2022. The body was subsequently exhumed and conveyed to the regional hospital, Wa, for autopsy and investigation. Police are providing clinical psychologists to offer psychosocial support to family.
The police administration has assured the people of Wa and its environs that it has taken notice of their security concerns and has therefore put in place measures to support the regional police command to beef up security to ensure the safety of all persons in the metropolis.
Special Purpose Investigation and Intelligence teams, as well as additional police visibility and crime combat teams, have been deployed to Wa under the leadership of the Director General of Operations. The police reiterated its pledge to the public that they will continue to work towards ensuring the safety and security of all persons across the country. The assurance comes after another private security guard went missing in Wa on Friday. It was the second time that week that a private security guard had gone missing. On both occasions, traces of blood were found on the floor near their duty post. They are suspected to have been killed and secretly buried.
The 4 accused persons earlier remanded in police custody in the Munira Tomorrow murder case have been granted bail by a Kaneshi District Court. The 4 were granted bail of 300,000 each with 3 sureties.
The accused were granted bail to the tune of 300 Ghana cedis each with 3 sureties. The accused persons were also ordered to stay off the crime scene. The prosecuting officer argued that the accused, when given bail, are likely to interfere in investigation. Further argued that the accused may try possible means if they are linked to the crime to conceal certain evidence from the police. Meanwhile, the crime scene is still sealed. Another suspect has been arrested in connection with the case, bringing the number to 5. Speaking to BEIN News after the court proceedings, Alhaji Swala Dabre, a family member, called on the general public, especially the family of the deceased, to remain calm while the trial is ongoing. On the issue of burying the deceased, Alhaji Dabre indicated that the chiefs would soon finalize burial arrangements. The case has been adjourned to 20th October 2020.
Employment and Labor Relations Minister Ignatius Bafo-Ewa has said that since 2017, the Akufo-Addo government has created some 5.3 million jobs. The minister was speaking at the launch of the 2022 Ghana Job Fair in Sunyani, the capital of Bono region.
Speaking at the launch of the 2022 Ghana Job Fair in Sunyan, Bono region, Mr. Bafo Ewia said an analysis of data assembled by the ministry from the input of various ministries, departments and agencies, as well as the government flagship programs, indicates that an estimated 5,899 jobs were created by the government between 2017 and 2021. He said these are jobs that guarantee adequate income security, social security, provide adequate social protection, protect and promote the rights of workers, encourage unionization and promote social dialogue. He also added that we should be able to strive to secure the welfare and well-being of vulnerable workers in pursuit of the green agenda. He noted that the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development may not be attainable. The Ghana Job Fair 2022 Green Edition is on the theme Connecting Talent and Opportunities. It is being organized by the Ghanaian German Center for Jobs, Migration and Reintegration in collaboration with the Ministry of Employment and Labor Relations. The sector minister said the government will continue to do more to sustain such employment opportunities.
The Western North Regional Police Command on September 16, 2022 arrested the chief of SERIE Elubu and his brother and are pursuing 6 others in connection with illegal mining in SERIE Elubu Township.
The suspect, Nana Anini Bafo and his brother Kojo Afi, were arrested following a police investigation of a video circulating on social media showing illegal mining activities in some compound houses of the town. Police say the investigation has so far discovered dug-out pits from the compound leading to the bedroom of the chief's brother. 4 other deep dug-out pits have also been uncovered by the police in other houses in the same vicinity. Investigation has further revealed that the chief, his brother, and 6 other suspects who are on the run are the main people behind the illegal mining activities. Police further assured the public that all those involved will be brought to face justice.
Advisor to former President John Dramani Mahama, Dr. Valerie Esther Soya, says the erstwhile NDC government did not disrespect former President John Adjei-Kufuor the way the current President Akufo-Addo-led government is disrespecting Mr. Mahama.
Her comment comes after the governing New Patriotic Party, NPP, dispelled reports that Mr. Mahama has been denied his emolument as an ex-president. According to the NPP, they have evidence of correspondence between former President Mahama's office and the Chief of Staff contradicting the claims that his emoluments were not being paid. The NPP's Director of Communication, Dr. Richard Ahiegba, at a press conference said Mr. Mahama is enjoying and has not been denied any of his Article 71 guaranteed benefits. But Dr. Sony says it is a blatant untruth for the Akufo-Addo government to say that they have been paying the rent of former President Mahama's cantonment office. Citing what Mahama administration did for former President Kufuor when he left office, Dr. Sony says, ask Papa, President Kufuor, if he ever disrespected him in this way. She explained that President Kufuor accepted an office which the then Mahama-led government fully furnished. He noted that when government officials put out falsehoods about the emoluments being enjoyed by Mr. Mahama, it provokes comparison that disturb the well-deserved peace of ex-presidents. She has thus challenged President Akufo-Addo's Chief of Staff, Rema Osei Opare, or any of her representatives to come up with the so-called evidence that government pays for John Mahama's office at cantonments.
The Civil and Local Government Staff Association, CLOSAG, has served notice that it will be putting a proposal before Parliament to amend the Pension Act 766 to allow retirees to opt out. I'm taking that again. The Civil and Local Government Staff Association, CLOSAG, has served notice that it will be putting a proposal before Parliament to amend the Pension Act 766 to allow retirees to opt out for the Social Security and National Insurance Trust Pension Scheme.
This, according to GHALCA, allows retirees who have worked for their compulsory 180 months to have a better pension. The association says this call is to ensure that retirees are not worse off under the SNET pension scheme. The association is also arguing that this would make retirees receive enhanced benefits in their retirement. Executive Secretary of GHALCA, Isaac Bampo-Addo, served this notice at the inauguration of the Public Service Pensioners Association in Accra. According to the Deputy Minister of Employment and Labour Relations, the government has accorded over 40 billion Ghana cedis as pension funds for retirees. Mr. Bright Rekubrobe said the government will roll out a risk-based system to provide security for all pension funds for their retirees.
170 general police recruits from the Koforidua Police Training School in the Eastern Region have passed out at a colorful ceremony held at the regional capital, Koforidua, on Friday, September 16, 2022.
The recruits had 6 months of training in various police training regimes, including swimming and riding a motorbike. The passing out of the junior recruits formed part of the total number of 1,372 that passed out last Friday nationwide. Awards were presented to deserving recruits, while Mr. Solomon Marty picked the overall best junior recruit for the second batch of recruits passed out in 2022. Speaking as the review officer for the passing out ceremony, Commissioner of Police COP Madam Habiba Achre Chumesi Sapon, the Director General Welfare at the police headquarters in Accra, appealed to the recruits to be ambassadors of the modern police training models to help deal with current crime trends in the country. She assured that the police administration under the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu-Dampari, is ready to deal with any challenges likely to threaten the peace of the country. He called on the recruits to ensure the human rights of the members of the public. She reminded them to show some civility when dealing with the general public. She said this batch of recruits has been trained in disaster management, crowd control, and high-risk operations.
The Minister of Education, Dr. Oseya Edichum, last Saturday, 17 September 2022, highlighted the success of Ghana's free senior higher education program at the United Nations Transforming Education Summit held in the United States of America. Speaking on behalf of President Akufo-Addo, the Education Minister recounted how Ghana is making prudent investment in education to make the country and the world a better place.
Speaking on behalf of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo at the launch of the theme Rewiring Education for People and the Planet report, the minister pointed out the need for a new way of working that reimagines education in a win-win partnership with the entire 2030 agenda of the UN. He highlighted the number of strategies employed to reposition the entire education system of Ghana to produce a critical mass of empowered Ghanaians equipped with essential skills for socio-economic transformation, which has changed the face of education in Ghana. He further added that no country can attain sustainable economic growth when poverty and inequality are entrenched in the learning and skills of people, which undermine human capital. He therefore called on everyone to work collaboratively across sectors, levels, and stakeholders to rewire education for people and the planet.
In an attempt by the Minister of Energy to continue to position Ghana's energy sector favorably in the minds of investors for strategic partnerships and economic growth, Deputy Energy Minister Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam has told investors in Philadelphia to flock to the sector and invest.
He made this call when he addressed on behalf of the sector minister, Dr. Matthew Opoku-Pere, a U.S.-Ghana Expo Roundtable B2B matching organized under the auspices of the U.S.-Ghana Chamber of Commerce with the support from Ghana's Ministry of Trade and Industry. Dr. Amin said Ghana has a lot of untapped hydrocarbon resources, both offshore and onshore, which the sector is seeking to explore and exploit through partnership with private companies. The Karaga Member of Parliament also said Ghana aspires to become a hub for refined petroleum products in the West African sub-region and beyond, culminating in the establishment of Petroleum Hub Development Corporation (PHDC). He said the hub will host infrastructure such as refineries, port terminal facilities, storage facilities, petrochemical plants, as well as liquefied natural gas (LNG) terminals with the network of pipelines. He asked investors to capitalize on the opportunity this presents. In the power sector, the Deputy Minister highlighted the plethora of opportunities in the renewable and nuclear spaces.
The management of the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly (KMA) has condemned the behavior of personnel of the Community Protection Agency (CPA) under the Phased Out Youth Employment Agency (YEA), Bright Ejay, who was involved in an assault of a female hawker at Edum.
A CPA personnel has been captured on video assaulting a female hawker at the Central Business Market at a place known as Mampong Road, Edum. A statement issued by the KMA on Friday, 16 September 2022, said management condemns that act and dissociates itself from such an unwarranted behavior. The statement continued that management has decided to set up a committee to look into the matter to enable us to apply the proper sanctions. Meanwhile, the assaulted woman has been taken to the hospital for treatment and has since been discharged.
This is where we end our English news updates. Do enjoy the rest of our programs. Assalamu alaikum.